Have you ever been studying or trying to read something and you just can't focus? You feel like your brain is kind of scattered all over the place. It's not your fault. There's actually a lot of different factors that could be playing into this. First off, we have to look at what's going on in your environment. Are there a bunch of distractions around you? Do you have an unorganized workspace? These are all things that could cause your brain to feel scattered. But it can also be caused by what's going on inside of your head. Maybe you haven't slept enough, you're stressed about something, or you've been overdoing it with caffeine. All of these things can lead to a lack of concentration. I'm gonna help you out today by giving you 5 things to do and 5 things to avoid if you want to maintain a good amount of concentration. Let's get started with number 1. Number 1. Drink more water. The human body is largely composed of water, and when we don't have enough of it, it can lead to all sorts of negative side effects. Drinking enough water helps you physically and mentally, and dehydration has actually been shown to affect memory, attention, and mood. So keep a bottle of water nearby while you study. And if you notice you're feeling super distracted, drink some water and see if it helps. Number 2, get some sleep. If you've pulled a late night and you're starting to feel yourself getting distracted because of it, then go take a nap. Don't try to push through. Our brains need sleep to function properly. When we don't get enough of it, our brains are negatively impacted both in the short term and long term. Take a nap if you need to, and allow your brain to fully rest so that you can come back refreshed and ready to tackle whatever you are studying. Number 3, take care of your health. Your brain needs your body to function properly. If you aren't taking care of your overall health, then it's going to have an impact on how well your brain can work. Eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and avoid smoking and drinking alcohol. In addition to that, if you have any underlying health conditions, make sure you're managing them as best you can. By taking care of your body, you'll be able to take care of your mind. Number 4, find a quiet space to work. This one should be pretty obvious, but it's something many people overlook. If you want to concentrate, then you need to minimize distractions. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to find a quiet space where you can work. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go off in some remote area where no one can find you. Just find a relatively quiet place where you won't be disturbed very often. Minimize the distractions around you, and you'll find it much easier to concentrate. Number 5, break down big tasks. Sometimes we get overwhelmed because we have these big tasks that seem impossible to complete. They say that a goal is only good if it has a deadline. Well, breaking down a task into smaller parts gives you deadlines for each step and makes the entire thing seem much less daunting. As you complete each step and check it off your list, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment, and that will help motivate you to keep moving forward. Break down big tasks into smaller ones, and you'll find that it's much easier to concentrate on them. Now let's move on to the 5 things you should avoid if you want to concentrate better. Number 1, stay away from junk food. We already talked about taking care of your health and eating healthy foods, but one specific thing you should avoid is junk food. Junk food is not only bad for your physical health, but it's also really bad for your mental health. There's a reason why they call it junk food. It's basically garbage, and your brain knows it. Eating junk food has been linked to an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and other mental health problems. So stay away from the junk food if you want to keep your mind in tip-top shape. Number 2, don't use drugs. This one is a no-brainer. Drugs are bad news for everyone, but especially for those who are trying to concentrate. Drugs have a negative impact on your brain and can make it very difficult to focus on anything. In addition to that, many drugs are habit-forming and can lead to addiction. If you're struggling with drug addiction, please seek help. There are people who want to help you get your life back on track. Stay away from drugs if you want to keep your mind sharp. Number 3, quit caffeine. Now I know this one is gonna be hard for some of you guys. I am absolutely a caffeine addict myself. I probably wouldn't even be able to record this video if I didn't have some in my system. But too much caffeine can actually be a problem. Caffeine is a stimulant and it can make it difficult to focus on one thing. On top of that, caffeine can make you anxious and jittery, which can also make it difficult to concentrate. And lastly, caffeine can interfere with your sleep. We already talked about how important sleep is for maintaining a good amount of concentration, so cut back on the caffeine and see how it affects you. Personally, I found that drinking 1 less cup of coffee per day helped me focus a lot better. Number 4, stop multitasking. Multitasking is something many of us are constantly doing. We're checking our phone while we're studying. We're watching TV while we're doing homework. We're texting while we're driving. It seems like we're always doing multiple things at once. But studies have shown that multitasking isn't effective, and it can actually hurt your productivity. When you multitask, you're constantly switching your attention from one thing to another. And every time you do that, you lose a little bit of focus. Instead of multitasking, you should focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention, and then move on to the next one. And finally, number 5, forget perfection. One of the biggest reasons we get distracted is because we're trying to be perfect. We want to do everything perfectly, and we want it to look perfect when we're done. But that's just not realistic. No one is perfect, and mistakes are going to happen. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. So forget about perfection. Do your best, and then move on. Now that you know what to do and what to avoid, I'm gonna leave you with one final gift. This is a tier list of things to do and things to avoid when trying to concentrate. There are 4 tiers here. Top tier, which means you want to do these things. Bottom tier, which means you want to avoid these things at all costs. Middle tier is okay. You can do these things if you need to, but they're not really gonna help you concentrate that much. And the 4th tier is neutral. These things don't really have any effect on your concentration one way or the other. So here's the deal. You're gonna have to figure out for yourself which things fall into which category. Think about the last time you tried to concentrate. What did you do? What was going on around you? How did you feel? Use those memories to help guide you as you look through this tier list. As you go through it, put the things into their respective categories. Once you're done, leave a comment and see how your tier list matches up with mine. This is a great exercise that will help you reflect on your own habits, and it'll help you come up with a plan for how you can improve your ability to concentrate. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.